Good morning, everyone. Well, some parts of the world. Anyway, today we've got another video. I know it's been a long time-ish since my last one. However, we're back. So, today we're in the Embraer Phenom 300. As you can see, we're at Bowerman Airport in California. I think it's California. Well, it's on the west coast anyway. So, we're currently there and we're flying to Bozeman Airport. So, it's about 550 nautical mile flight. As you can see, the Embraer Phenom, nice aircraft, made by Carinado. So yeah, one thing I can't seem to sort out is the textures on the ground. They're just remaining as like a blurry grass sort of texture. So I'm not sure why that happens, but anyways, yeah. So it's going to be a nice runway 24 departure, short taxi, and let's get into the flight deck. So just prior to getting to the flight deck, we're going to close the baggage door and the main entrance. So let's get started. We'll first hide that, turn the batteries on, GPU available, and turn them to auto. And pneumatic crossbleed is auto. So there's the GPU just there. So everything's powering on. So we'll go through the checklist.
Terrain system test OK.
HTOS test OK.
Now we want to go to normal procedures. So don't need that, don't need that. That's all fine. This is all the before start. So we can just say we've done all this. And now we're going to go to the startup. So battery 1 and 2 on, GPU we have got connected, and the CVDR panel, one of these here, yeah, so that is checked. So before start, so oxygen mask and flow microphone. So oxygen is down here, and there's not actually a click spot for it, so there, restore. So that's all good, doesn't really matter. That's fine. Fire protection test is on the, I don't really know, so I'm just gonna say it's all done. Seatbelt signs are on. External lights is required, so we won't turn any of them on as of yet. Emergency exit lights, well, lights on. Fuel quantity, so if we quickly go and load the fuel quantity, so vehicle, fuel and payload. First have 2 passengers of 190 pounds, realistic, and we're going to go with 60% of fuel, just because the flight isn't too long. Actually, we'll go 70, just for some reserve, which you won't need. So fuel's all in 3,800 pounds of fuel. So that's all checked. Oxygen pressure for dispatch. Engine ignition switches are auto. Thrust levers idle, parking brake set, doors are all closed. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the engine. So fuel pumps to auto. Make sure that's armed. And then that. So start engine number 2. You can see it's starting. There. Engine number 2 is alive. Let's do it for number 1. Starting engine number 1. Waiting for the ITT to rise. There we go. And N1 rising. And we can turn the strobe lights on. Let's do that now real quick. And engine number 1 has arrived. So go ahead and disconnect GPU. So GPU disconnected. electric emergency button pushed in. So that one is just...
Terrain system test OK.
HTOS test OK.
That's one of them. Voltage, so that's down here, so 28 volts, fine. So electric emergency button pushed out. I don't know if it's that one or this one. So wait, that's the GPU. This one here. Right, well, I don't even push out. Okay, that's all checked. Test panel. Right. So before we carry on, we're going to go ahead and do the flight plan. So I'm going to change that to Topo because I think I prefer, and lower the brightness. There's a GPU connected. Okay, good. Okay, so let's do our flight plan. So we're gonna procedures, departure, set to departure from Bowerman. Okay, it won't actually let us do that. So I don't know why it's not updated when I've updated the FMS. Anyway, that's alright. So we go to the flight plan, and our first VOR waypoint is Oscar Lima Mike, which is the Olympia VOR. So Oscar Lima Mike, enter that. Enter. Cool. And then after that we have the Echo Lima November, which is a VOR DME in Ellensburg. And then we have the Alpha Lima Whiskey, which is a Walla Walla. And then the Hotel India Alpha, which is Whitehall. Hotel India Alpha. Okay, so once we get to the Hotel India Alpha, I'll set up the, so that's right by the airport. So we are going to be going to 40,000. And there, because when we hit the Hotel India Alpha, we'll want to be around, you know, that doesn't matter too much because this doesn't have like a ish VNAV as such. Okay, so we wanted our altitude up here at 41,000, no, 40,000. We're going to initially climb out at the speed of 100 and probably 140 knots. Once we get rid of that, 140 knots set. And then the VOR frequency for Olympia is 113 decimal 4. So 113 decimal 4. That's set into nav1, but we all have the GPS in. Okay, so here in the altimeter here in America, the altimeter is 3030. Oh, that's already set. I think for now, we've done a nav light on. That's all set in. We need a course as well, so we're going to have probably an inbound course of I want to intercept from 090 course, so that would be the 270 radial. Plug into the CDI. No, it's okay. Actually, no, because we'll be on GPS, it's alright. Okay, so that's been set. What I'm going to do, I worked out the takeoff speed on V1 will be 110 as well. Wait, no, not 110, 120. Same as V1. I mean, yeah, no rotate. V2 is 121. All these figures are found online. You need to work out the air density, temperature, weight, everything. Okay, so all of the other stuff I'll set up closer to time. Okay, so I think we're now ready for taxi, so taxi light can come on. Now, we know that the runway runway 240 is there. So, just, I mean, really simple taxi. Let's just finish off the finalize the checklist. So, set, and on the set we don't really need. Done, trim, okay. The trim is in the green. Flap, position 1, so you can see right there, lowering now. And all that's set. Yeah, 7.7. Cool, right. What's the next checklist? For takeoff. Okay, so we'll do that at the hold. Parking brake released. And using on the power. Thrust, however you want to call it. Basically lots of drag on the aircraft in terms of the ground. I don't know if it is actually because of the texture in it. Takeoff thing, configuration, check. All dampers off, yep. Passengers advised, lights required, and takeoff. Okay. So, get rid of that. So let's do it as if we've been instructed by the ATC to line up and we've already had our takeoff clearance. Lights on. Right. Idle power. Thrust. Center line. And swing it around. May have overshot that a tad. Maybe not a tad, a lot. It's okay. Okay, that's ready. Let's go. So, time, start, and toga. So the fade deck works out the takeoff thrust needed, so 86.8 today. There's live. One. Cross correct climb. gear up. We want to look for a climb out of around 140 knots. So 1,000 feet, we'll make a right turn as instructed. The aircraft taking cart. Or the airport actually. Gear up, flaps up. Autopilot 1, fuel damper, flight level change, nav. The aircraft will now pitch for 140 knots. But sometimes it does it really rapidly, so you may have to settle the aircraft yourself prior. Yeah. Now it's going to overshoot. I'm going to just take control. And as the aircraft needs to speed off, trim down a bit. So, re-engage autopilot, flight level change on for 150. GPS is engaged. So, stand the barrow. Now we are on our way to the Olympia VOR. So, yeah. So above 10,000 feet, I'll speed up I'll probably go into vertical mode. And also, I'll reduce the thrust. That's 10,000 feet, so turn light off. Increase the speed in increments. We want it in continuous climb mode. So there was that takeoff thrust setting we had. So yeah, I'm going to go and go in vertical speed mode now. So if we look for about 2,000 feet and try and get 250 knots. That's where I want to cruise up today, about 250. There's 2,000 feet per minute. And we'll just let the speed build up. I've checked the winds. Winds are in our favour. We're going to have about 20 knots out wind for today's flight. So it should be all good. All good. So as you can see, the aircraft is going to intercept the 090 radial, which is good. Or 087, but you know. Oh, I didn't actually see that. That's quite large. So now that we're approaching 50, we'll just increase the vertical speed just so we can hold around 250. Don't really want much more than that. But we can still have a good climb going. Yeah, wherever that is in front of us, we'll do well above it. So yeah. Anyway guys, so I will see you once we start our descent into Bozeman. Alright, so you're joining me now in the descent. Currently passing through 12,500 feet to the 039. check. 015. Oh, fantastic. So let's get that. Right, there we go. Now let's bring the speed down some degree. And what we like. So I'm going to tune the ILS frequency now. So 2110.3. We want that on both. Let's just say right for one. So, and then also if I do the final approach course, I'll change that to take a lot of time. But yeah, I need to put it to 123 degrees, so 100 off. Wow, this takes a long time. So 1, 2, 3 sets. Okay, that's set up now for the ILS, hopefully. Now if you just go back to the flight plan bit here, let's descend down to 8,000 feet. So 2,000 feet per minute. And I'm also going to set our VREF of 108 on then minimums, which is on arrow, yeah, so that is 4,860. Actually that's just the radio because I can't be bothered to scroll that far. So we want 470. So 426. Okay. Well, that's all set in. Nicely done. Let's bring back the speed. And then we want to remain at 8,000 feet. And then when we get to 8,000 feet from failure, which is how far away? 40 miles. So, okay, let's do that. Let's take another away. This really, let's activate approach. Right, I'm going to go in heading select mode. And 0. 042. And heading select, why heading the wrong way. And 8,000 feet. Okay. So that's all good for now. And let's go ahead and load the ILS. One. Go. There's the airport. Out there. So we'll start our right turn to go on to final very shortly. So once we're on final, we'll turn the landing lights on. Just don't need it on for now. Speed is fine. Okay, I'm gonna now start the turn. And activate the approach. Yeah, I've overshot it, haven't I? It's okay. So we're also going to descend down to 6,000. Speed. back. Okay, so now let's let the aircraft automate.
Sink rate.
Do its thing.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
We get really horrible
Sink rate.
guy in our ear to piss off, basically. Okay, so that's all done. Now, right, I had a little interruption there, but it's okay. So, we should now... Okay, so we're approaching LOM, which is also, I think, the Manny VOR. Or NDB. And then that's when we'll start to descend. So, land light can come on. We'll reduce the thrust setting. And we'll go back to 1. There's 6,800 set. You can see we're still too low, but as we're approaching, we're not far from it now. The VOR of LOM. So no, the NDB. Yeah, it's an NDB. Mine. That's it. There we go. So there we are, approaching it now, and we're now on the glide slope. So our ground speed is 150 knots. So this means we should be losing around 800 feet per minute. So we're doing 950. So reduce power, flaps to 7 mile final, land light on. Yep. Zero of 108. Tailwind of 4 knots, so yeah, it should be okay. Right. It will be fully configured by, I want to do 4 nautical miles for gear down, and then 3 nautical miles for full flap. So speed's looking fine. The airport coming into place now. I think they have airliners that come in here. Yeah. 767. Wow. Nice, okay. Okay. So, approaching 4 miles. What's our radio altitude? 11. Okay, gear down. Gear down is really slow in the aircraft. So what, we have 3 greens. There, flap 3. Set. And that's for my aircraft. Increasing that power. too low. The aircraft's rolling to the right for some reason. Look, hands the throttle, rolling to the right.
500.
Should put some minimum soon.
Minimums.
Continue.
Glide to slope.
Saying we're too low. I mean too high. Right, eyes out, end of the runway. Idle. There. Gonna hold it. Okay. Spoiler. Braking. Spoiler didn't deploy. That's okay. Well, we've landed. Seems like an alright landing to me. So, let's go ahead and vacate at the next taxiway, I guess. So, we'll take Alpha 2, it's up the road here. And it was a nice flight, nice approach. Still have £2,000 of fuel on board, so all good. Right, so if we vacate here, we're right in front of the General Aviation apron. This is what we want. Perfect. So, do we have any... That's alright. Lovely airport here. So we'll just pick anywhere here, I guess. Speed now. We'll just go up on the right. Nice Cessna caravans. Is that yeah, that one there? Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have a look at that on landing. What's the right engine? Did this happen on the landing? Is that why we were rolling? The right engine not powering up. Right, flat stop. Right, flaps are up. Let's go right here. And brake. Park brake set. And putting the engines to the GPU. Ignition off. Off all of this. Fuel pumps come off. That was already off.
Terrain system test
off.
OK.
HTOS test OK.
And batteries off. Open the door and let's let my corporate CEO out of the aircraft. Anyway, here we are. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.